Majo John Madden. I'm in the spot in Acoma where I come when I want real peace and quiet. It's the athletic field. They have baseball diamond and soccer here on concrete, and soccer also out there on the dirt, basketball. And Acoma, which always tends to be very quiet, is super quiet today. And I was asking myself on the way over here, why is it so quiet today? And then I remembered, you idiot, you know it's Revolution Day. This is the anniversary of the Mexican Revolution in 1910, which was a 10-year process of battle after battle and faction after faction. And I just studied up on it this morning, watched a couple of long YouTube videos. And I made a video this morning about why it's so important for Americans who, our destiny, now I'm saying our being, well, ours both. For me, America is mine and Mexico is mine. The destiny of these two countries have always been completely interwoven and will continue to be. And the only thing distracting me is this guy whistling, who is way over there. He's half a block away whistling. That's how quiet today is. And Mexicans love to whistle. They do. The guys almost all whistle. And they'll signal each other by whistling. And they will whistle while they work. And women around here, I hadn't encountered women whistling so much before the Riviera Maya, but my friend Myrna in the coffee shop whistles a lot. But listen to how quiet it is. Mexico has a lot to be proud of in its history. It's lots of struggles. They had to deal with foreign encroachment, break away from the Spaniards who wanted to keep them a territory forever. And then the French wanted a peace, and the Germans and the Americans stole 55% of the land mass of Mexico. Yeah, just took it. Yeah, think in terms of Ukraine and our outrage at what Russia is trying to do there. That's what happened there. U.S. 10 states out west used to be Mexico. So there's been lots of struggles, and there's still cartel struggles out on the west coast of Mexico. But it would be good for Americans to understand how much the cartels are an American phenomenon, because who's buying the fentanyl? Yeah? Who's buying the fentanyl? Who's providing the guns that make the cartels so dangerous? There's no gun manufacturers in Mexico. And it was the U.S. meddling in Mexico under Porfirio Diaz. He wanted to modernize, and he did. He brought in all the great American industrialists, the robber barons from the U.S., to modernize Mexico, and they took a lot of land away from the peasants, which caused people to go north looking for work. So we like to say, oh, Mexico is such a problem for us, and they're dirty little brown people trying to come here. Well, always the U.S. has had a lot to do with why that happens. And, Biden and Harris wanted to stabilize the region. They wanted to stabilize Venezuela and Argentina, so those folks weren't pouring up here. But do you think Trump will do any of that? No. He'll just try to shoot some people when they come across the border and pack the rest up in boxes and put the babies in cages. And stop, John, stop. You don't want to go there. I'm heartsick about the U.S. But Mexico has a lot to be proud of. The democracy is working in Mexico after decades, generations of the right-wing PRI party running everything, the party of the rich. AMLO, Andre Manuel Lopez Obrador, had a 1 6-year term, which is all you're allowed. And he brought in an awful lot of reforms. He's been controversial. He's done things that people don't like. Some of his the big infrastructure project out here is the Maya train. There's high-speed rail comes out to where I am, way at the end of the Yucatan. And that's opening up the Yucatan for exploration and tourism, and it's a lot easier to get. I took 24 hours and 3 buses to get out of here. to come out here. Most expensive infrastructure program ever in Mexico, I'm pretty sure. And controversial, it went over cenotes, the natural feature, the underground pools, and over some Mayan ruins. So it's not perfect, but it sure seems like a positive thing overall. And genuinely for the people. And as a result, the poor people, the working people of Mexico, were not hoodwinked by right-wing ploys to get them to support their party, as happens so easily with uneducated Americans. I'm sorry, hoodwinked completely to support a guy who's totally in the hip pocket of the rich, and all he wants to do is make his rich friends richer. And all of the rest of America is going to get poorer. But in Mexico, 80% supported a woman and a Jew, first Jew, and a great, educated, progressive, fabulous person, Claudia Sheinbaum. Democracy is strong, not unchallenged. There was something like 20 of the Morena party, AMLO and Morena's party, 20 of their candidates were gunned down in the western provinces by cartel. So the fact that the cartel don't like their party says something good to me about them. So democracy is strong in Mexico, and I fear. Don't get me talking. There's lots. You can hear lots of other people commenting about what Robert Reich. I flagged a lot of stuff. REICH on my Facebook page. I'm putting a lot of links in the Coffee Klatch podcast, KLATCH, on Saturdays. What a brilliant thinker! And he was labor secretary or he was in Clinton's cabinet. I think he was in Clinton's cabinet. What a thinker and what a good, humane man. And he did a letter today saying, yeah, I'm grieving. We're all grieving. Of course we're grieving. I'm terrified of what's going to happen to our country. But we need to not give up hope, and we need to band together and take good care of each other and not stop fighting. All the same stuff Kamala said in her concession speech. Isn't it quiet? You can't hear the interstate. From my apartment, I can hear the interstate. And the other thing that's making it super quiet is that on this holiday, even the trucks, Main Street is 2 blocks in that direction, and all day long, big dump trucks go up that road into the jungle. The train is completed to Tulum, the next stop 10 or 20 miles in further south. The train is completed, but they're building a big highway to run next to the train. And all day long, big dump trucks take gravel up there. And they're not running today, so it's super quiet. Here come the cops. Did I say anything that could get me in trouble with them? It's so good not to have a camper van anymore, because as long as I was traveling in a camper van, I was illegal. I was illegal, and I was vulnerable to police. And now I'm not aware of anything I've done recently. I don't have a passport, so I don't want to be stopped by cops. I'm working on getting my passport replaced. It got stolen. Yeah. Okay. Buenos dias. Now it's afternoon, so we say buenas tardes. And birds say it better than me. Bye, folks. Thanks.